and welcome to the Cosy Corner, a podcast about all things cozy. Join us as we dive into the world of film and TV, a little true crime and spooky time, food reviews, and talk to some special guests too. So get cozy, grab some snacks and settle in, because we're about to begin. It feels weird, doesn't it?
It's almost a bit like,
to be fair, this is the best.
like what we're gonna get.
Setup.
Exactly. It's just like the way we're in bed though.
Sorry, I'm just gonna pull the cover up more.
I was like, we're just like literally in bed.
We are testing the limits of what
We are.
we actually are.
Do you know what? We're podcast besties, then we've got to.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, I'm just like.
It would have been cool if we could have done it in front of the window though. Do you know what I mean? But then the window, like if you look, the windows are filthy.
They are.
Like Emily, and let me show you the video I took. I couldn't even get a clear photo.
No, I couldn't before.
But then again, you've got to think like how far up you can't clean them, can you?
No.
But then
then the salt water.
That's it. It makes it.
How's the hair looking?
Fine.
Does it look a mess?
No, it's fine.
Because it got all humid today.
Yeah, it got a bit warm. Yeah.
It just really fucked up my hair.
Yeah.
Like massively. Right. I love that we've just been recording and we haven't like
done anything.
Introed anything or anything. But anyway, here we go. Abbie's back.
I'm back, guys.
She's back. And she's back. Better than ever.
Better than ever, 100%. Back to eating snacks all the time. Completely.
And ready to get back to podcasting.
Making our podcast.
I mean, I've missed you, but I feel like the listeners have probably missed you and they're probably sick of me.
I think
they're sick of my voice.
No, don't be silly. They're not. They're not.
You sure?
Yeah.
No, I think that they are.
No, they're not. They're stupid.
No, I think after a bit.
No, do you know what? The episodes you've done have been really cool. I love the one about the live action Avatar.
Oh, that was so interesting.
That was so fun.
You haven't seen the original, but you've watched the
live action.
And I kind of enjoyed what you were telling me about, like, what you thought of it.
Yeah.
So that was interesting. Like, I was like a really big hardcore
fan. You were
fan.
Like a proper hardcore fan.
Such a hardcore
telling
fan.
Me all about it.
Such a hardcore fan that I actually wanted to go as Katara for Comic Con.
Yes.
And that's why we're here.
Yeah, we're going Comic Con tomorrow.
We're having a staycation.
Excited.
Comic Con staycation.
Yeah.
But my costume didn't arrive in time. It arrived as I was ordering an Uber to come here.
Yeah.
I was like, you know what? No, I'm not trying that on now.
You felt very rushed, didn't you?
Yeah. It just didn't feel like it was going to be
the
costume for this Comic Con. So I'm going to go as my default, which is Sylvie.
Yeah.
And who are you going as?
I was going to go as like President Loki again. But when Emily said she was going to go as Katara, I got my costume to go as Sherlock Holmes. So I've got
not as like a couple's costume sort of thing, not like a match.
No,
like it's not to do with each other. But we were just going to go as separate things.
Yeah, because like last Comic Con we done a duo, didn't we? We went the Saturday and Sunday. They've done a duo.
Well,
we done
last
Barbies,
time
didn't we?
I was reporter Barbie for the Liverpool Echo.
And I was bartender Barbie.
Yes.
Then on Sunday, I went as President Loki and you went as Sylvie.
Yeah.
So we sort of mixed it up because Emily really wanted to as Katara. And I sort of, because I didn't really have time to plan a costume or anything like that, did I?
Well, it was last minute for me because I was just going to go with Sylvie. But then after the whole Avatar hype, I was like, what a try. No, I've got to go with Katara. So
well,
I really got into it. And I've bought these amazing earrings. They're gorgeous. They're so water tribe coded. Like they are just something Katara would wear. It's like a fancy meal, probably in the northern water tribe rather than the southern.
They are really nice. I was looking forward to seeing the outfit, like the Katara cosplay.
I'm hopefully going to debut it in November.
Yeah, that'd be really cool.
If it's any good. To be fair, as a plus size cosplayer, it's hard to find stuff.
Well, it is, honestly.
So
yeah, definitely, because like I was going to go as Bucky, wasn't I? I was going to get the styrofoam,
I was looking
make
forward
the
to that.
arm. And honestly, I was going to go as full on Winter Soldier. I was going to get the mask, the goggles, full on. But because I didn't have time with everything happened, I just couldn't do it. So I was just like, do you know what? Might go as low. And then I thought, you know what? No, I'm going to go with Sherlock Holmes again because I really love
You
going
do
with
love
Sherlock Holmes.
Sherlock Holmes.
And I love Sherlock Holmes. I'm obsessed.
I would have thought your favourite would have been Benedict Cumberbatch, but it's not, is it?
No,
Someone
Basil
else.
Rathbone.
That's it.
I bought the
Yeah.
cape, that it's sort of cape there, and it goes over, like the one that he wears as Sherlock Holmes, and it didn't arrive in time. So I've just got to alter it. I've got the Deerstalker.
And the thing is,
magnifying
right,
glass,
we can't even be blamed for it not arriving on time
That's it.
because we both ordered it
Well in
enough time.
Well in advance, and they just didn't.
I mean, I ordered mine at the start of April.
Bloody hell, Emily.
Yeah, start of April.
Yeah.
Like the first 2 weeks in April, within that time frame, I ordered it, and then it literally showed up on the 3rd of May in the morning at like 8. Like,
yeah.
No, it wasn't. No, it was like probably 10:30. To be fair, like, come on.
Yeah.
But there was more than enough time, and every night I was refreshing the tracking.
Yeah, just to see if
where
it's
is
like,
it?
come on.
It's landed.
With it being like Comic Con and everyone dressing up and you look forward to dressing up, it gets a bit stressful, doesn't it? To the fact, like,
you know what?
Where is it? Like,
I
need it, yeah.
actually getting stressed about this Katara cosplay because it hadn't arrived, and I was like, I'm not sure how to do the hair loopies because she has like the front where it goes back and
it's
round,
little loops.
but I've got really short front parts there, like, so I don't have the hairstyle for it, and I was like, how do I do it? And I was stressing myself out.
But you know what? Though maybe I don't want to say it's a good thing, but maybe it's a better thing, as in the fact that you've got more time. Obviously, it's a long time from now to November now. You've got more time to sort of get them last little details.
It wasn't ready.
It
wasn't ready.
So in November, everyone will see your debut.
I don't want to rush Katara if she's not ready.
Yeah, exactly.
If I do, God, she might bloodbend me. You don't know. She might do. Or freeze my internal organs.
Yeah, and then I'll have to go to Comic Con by myself.
Don't want that. So, but enough about Avatar and all that, and we'll talk more about Comic Con in a little bit. But first of all, we need a health update on you.
Yeah, like,
what's been going on? Tell us everything.
Yeah, I'll tell you everything.
Spill the tea.
So, you know how we done our first month's podcast and we had an amazing time making it?
Well, I'll just clarify for the listeners. We are scheduled, because we're both very busy women. We prefer to record 5 or 6 episodes in one day.
Mm-hmm. And then put them out
good for us.
Yeah.
And then we release it then, and then we record again. That's our process.
That's how we do it.
But we've only been able to do it once.
And then I was like ill, like,
which can't be helped.
It can't be helped. I mean, like, I've been suffering for a lot, like with me breathing and, my chest and everything. You know that because you basically say, like, Abby, that's not good. I went to GP.
It's not.
But I went to GP because it was getting worse. They actually diagnosed me with pleurisy.
Yes.
Which I didn't feel was right.
It's sus because it didn't really add up.
Exactly.
Because to be fair, you weren't like chesty, you didn't have any cough, there wasn't a lot of irritation going on.
That's it.
You didn't have the main symptoms.
Exactly. And obviously, when a GP tells you this, you start research. Well, I start researching and everything. And even my friend Kate, her dad had pleurisy through pneumonia. So I was like, I haven't got any of that. So I was a bit like, I was off work, ended up going to work, and I was only working on the door, so I wasn't really running around working.
Yeah.
On the Sunday, I woke up on the Monday with the biggest abscess you'll ever see. And not exaggerating, Emily, I sent you the photo, didn't I?
It did distort your face.
It did.
I'm not gonna lie.
It was like my eye was closing because my face was sort of maybe here.
Yeah. That was when I opened that, I was like,
oh my goodness.
Whoa, what's
That's it.
happened here? And then I was like, is this related to what's been going on?
Exactly.
Is it not? What's
I
happening?
thought that was to do with stress off my chest, you know.
Yeah.
Maybe it's kicked that I didn't. I still don't know now.
Turns out that was a separate problem.
Yeah.
That was an abscess.
So I ended up phoning the GP again and saying, listen, you know, blah, blah, blah. It's still not getting better. I can't get an appointment with the dentist, but I've got this like big abscess. I don't know what to do. I'm really struggling. So it was a nurse practitioner I spoke to. She then spoke to a doctor and said, I'll phone you back. I want a second opinion. So she phoned me back and told me to go to the hospital. So I went to the hospital and was in hospital for a week. And then I came out and then I still wasn't well. Like I had to like rebuild and everything. But I was on a mad load of medication. Like I was on anti-inflammatories, antibiotics, because when they tested me bloods when I went to the hospital, it was high infection. So I was on mad medication, and I think it was about 2 months. About 2 months, I just wasn't myself. But now I feel like I'm back at it. Like I feel like I needed that medication, and
definitely.
you know, to completely.
They ended up saying like, who didn't someone come in and just say it's not pleurisy at all?
Oh yeah. They said, who told you it was pleurisy? I went to my GP, and he went, no, it wasn't pleurisy at all. You've got pericarditis, which is something completely different. It's inflammation around the heart.
Now, is that just inflammation or is it an infection?
Inflammation, but because of the infection in my mouth, it caused that to kick off more. So they basically said it's gotten worse because of the infection, but it's gotten worse because it's not been treated with the right medication. So immediately they put me on like medication, antibiotics for it, and like, what is it? Long story short, long story short,
what is it?
It's
a very complicated thing.
Yeah, long story short, I was ill.
Or short story long.
Yeah.
You know, either way.
I was ill. I had to miss out on making the podcast.
But also you missed out with work and with
honestly,
everything. Like, because there was some events and stuff which I was dying to invite you to.
Because like even with work, like I was off work. And do you know what? Like the people in work were like the best. Like Becky stay. Like Becky done all my shifts and that, you know.
Yeah. Well, shout out to them.
Yeah, definitely. Like she helped me out a lot. Everyone did in work. Like I work with like the best people. Like that's why I like working there. So I missed out on like I think I was off for like just under or just over a month off work, and it was just mad.
Yeah.
But as I said, long story short, I was ill. I got a load of medication. I stayed in hospital. I stayed in my house and recovered. You
were in hospital for a while?
Yeah, about just over a week.
Yeah, I feel like, wasn't it a bit longer?
It felt like longer, Emily.
Yeah.
It felt like longer.
And NHS now, obviously.
Yeah.
They're really struggling.
They are.
It's not a good system.
No.
It's horrendous wait times.
Yeah.
And I remember you telling me you didn't get your medication for how long? Like hours and hours and hours you were going without medication.
Well, I had the cannula in, and I don't know if it's just my skin, I've got weird skin, but the tape wasn't sticking.
Weird skin?
Yeah, but the tape wasn't sticking. So they wrapped the tape like around my hand, because they'd wrapped it around, the cannula came out. And then, so I wasn't getting fluid, so that made me dehydrated, which I'm still struggling with now. But I'm like, oh God, it's just never ending. I'll have something new wrong with me next week.
Well, we'll check in with that.
Yeah, check in
with that.
Honestly, keep updated on the Cosy Corner Instagram, and we'll check out. Like,
keep you updated.
We'll keep you updated on my health.
On Abbie's health.
Definitely. Yes. But you know, when I was in hospital, like, I literally just rewatched everything. Like, I rewatched Still Game. Have you seen Still Game?
I have no idea what that is.
Oh my gosh. Honestly, it's brilliant. It's such a like nice, comforting, like feel good show. Like, it's about two pensioners who live in a fictional like city in like Scotland, and it's just like what they
You've
get
told
up
me
to.
about this.
I
Yes,
have.
yeah.
It's just what they get, and it's a feel-good show. Obviously,
That actually sounds like kind of chill.
yeah,
Like,
honestly, it was like, you know what I'm like in when I feel a bit sad and you meant to watch like happy stuff. I watch Criminal Minds, don't I? So I thought, you know what, I'm in hospital. I don't watch Criminal Minds.
no, you don't want to watch
So I want to
stressful
watch
stuff.
something
Yeah.
nice, and I didn't feel happy. I didn't feel, like, yeah. So I didn't watch Doctor Who because that is my when I feel
Yeah.
happy and light. That is my comfort show. It's my all time. So I watched Still Game. Just like honestly, it just makes me howl.
That's how
So
I feel about like Parks and Rec.
yeah,
know,
you were telling me that's your
yeah,
feel good
that's my
show, isn't
Or
it?
Schitt's Creek.
Yeah,
That's another good one.
I like that. I've watched a
Mhm.
few episodes of that. I love
that.
Alexa. She's so sick, isn't she?
Ew, David.
David. No, it's a song. What is it? A little bit of Alexis. I love that.
I'm a little bit single,
I love
even
it.
when I'm not.
So good. I love it. It's on Spotify as well, and you know
it's the best
it
date
is.
song.
Honestly,
The best.
it's so funny.
Absolutely.
It's
also,
so funny.
I just want to say for the listeners
Yeah.
and for the viewers, first of all, you're welcome. For this amazing shot that we've set up.
Yeah, it's just the best lighting we could get.
Yeah. We're in a hotel. The camera that I brought isn't working. I brought like a webcam, but it's not working for some reason. I think I needed a different adapter for it, and I'm not gonna go home and get that. So we're making do with the Apple MacBook camera, which is
a little bit brainy.
A pile of poop. That's what I would say.
It's like
in terms
brainy,
of quality,
but you can still see us.
Yeah,
So
it'll
it's
do.
all right.
It'll do.
It's we've basically working on what we've got.
Yeah.
So-
And I'm not gonna lug the podcast mics with me everywhere. So we're using Rode mics, which are still pretty good, but it won't be as I love that you were like, look, we have
like
proof.
showcasing.
I wasn't gonna bring those, even though they do offer a really rich, amazing sound
It
for
does.
the ears.
I feel
love
like it'd be too much.
But yeah,
for you to bring
Plus,
if you bought the mics and everything.
I don't know how we'd attach it to things
Yeah.
and all that.
It was just we're basically just
So it's
working
run
with
and
what
gun.
we can
It's
do.
run and gun podcasting.
Yeah.
We're bringing it to you as we go.
Yeah. Just
On
like
the
winging
fly.
it a little bit. We're just winging it a little bit, you know.
I
We're
kind
prepared.
of like it.
We're like semi-prepared.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how you always want to be for life.
Exactly. Not like me, unprepared 24/7.
Speaking though of prepared and unprepared, I feel like we're the best duo for like packing and all that.
Yeah. I packed literally this morning. Emily packed like 2 weeks ago.
Well, no, I started packing 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
But I gave up and then I packed like 3 days ago.
Yeah, I packed literally this morning. But then halfway through packing, I started procrastinate. And then I started just like adding stuff to my Pinterest boards.
As you do.
As I do. Like I just went on my phone. I was just like, okay, just have a little sit down, little rest. And then
little rest.
Yeah. And then I just started.
You're like a 1950s, like, oh, I'm a damsel.
A damsel in distress.
Oh, this packing is too much for me.
Honestly, it really was. I was like, I couldn't remember.
I need a brave knight to come and save me from this.
Honestly, and Emilie made a list as well. Ticked off of it off.
I have a list.
Yeah, I had a list.
I use for every
Honestly,
trick.
I had a list, right? And then I literally just sat down. Done off. I was like, oh, just have a little sit down. Because I had a can. I was just having a, had a little drink. And then like, literally a can of Pepsi Max, by the way. Just to clarify. It was like 10:30 in the morning.
Don't make assumptions, people.
Yeah. So I done that and I started, and then like I finished packing at like maybe about 10 minutes before I left the house.
I mean, I still had some stuff to pack, like makeup and like hair straighteners, because I just used them. And I was like waiting for the straighteners to cool down. Like, can you please cool down?
Yeah, hurry up. Yeah.
Because I had a meeting as well today. Don't want to say who with, because we don't know if anything's going to come of it. But it could be exciting stuff for the future. We'll see.
Could.
So I had that meeting to go to, and I'm like in a rush. I've also got me cases with me, case, and then a bag as well. The bag is full of snacks.
Yeah.
All the bag had cans, snacks, some flip-flops, because I don't like hotel room floors. That's all it had. So I was like looking that round, came and checked it all in, and then went to that. But obviously, before I went, I was still like, I feel like I've forgotten
Yeah,
something.
that's like me 24/7.
But because I make a list, like I've got one that I stick with for every
Yeah.
time, but I copy the list and then I customize it for this specific trip because I knew with this being Comic Con,
Yeah.
with us doing the podcast, I would have different things that I needed to
Yeah,
add.
I get that.
So yeah, that's my level of preparedness, and I do
Yeah.
feel like I've gone a bit overboard because my case is bursting, and I actually injured myself on the
Wow.
case. I was like dragging the
Oh my
case
gosh.
up, and the case was so heavy it like turned over, and then it like caught me finger, and now
Oh
I had
no.
that tiny
No.
little cut. It was bleeding so much.
Yeah, the small
It
ones
was
do well.
bleeding. I looked like I'd been in a bloody fight.
Yeah,
The
honestly.
cleaner gave me the strangest look. I was like, "Is the suitcase like?" I don't know how to explain this. So yeah, I like had to come in and like immediately wash my hands. I was like,
Yeah.
and then with this white clean bed, I was like, I can't go near that because I'm gonna get it all bloody.
Like straight to the toilet like
Yeah.
that.
It's like I cannot just like imagine coming in, putting something on the bed, and then like I've just got blood all
Yeah,
over it.
like
I can't do
crime
that.
scene.
Yeah, they'd be thinking what's gone on, and then when they see this video, they'd be thinking what's going on.
Yeah, that's true.
What's going on with this setup?
No, because
We
if
are
we
in
do
bed.
that,
It is weird.
and you see all
But
the blood, you could leave first, and I could leave around the back, and it looked like you'd kill
you can
me
leave
or
out the
something.
window.
To
You
be fair though,
like
I'd get
go down.
filthy off them windows.
They are quite.
They are quite grim.
It's the salt water.
It is the salt water, but you
It
can't
is.
see out of the windows.
So you
Yeah.
can't see very well out of them.
Yeah,
Is there not a type of window where it's like anti-salt?
exactly. But like, it's so nice because like we've got a pure view over the docks as well.
I could be
But-
wrong, but I think those, not the windows, not the panes, but you know the way it's
Yeah.
shaped, like the actual frame. I think that's
It's
the
for
original.
Is it?
I think so.
Yeah,
It
I
looks
think
like
it is.
Don't quote me on that. It looks like
Yeah.
it. That's what I'm going off of. But anyway, moving on.
Yeah.
So I wanted to ask you as well.
Go on.
So we've covered a bit like what you've been up to, like
Yeah.
with watching stuff and all that.
Yeah.
But I don't know whether we've introduced to the viewers before the fact that you have a zoo.
Oh my god. Yeah.
And
I've
there's
got a
been
zoo.
some drama with the zoo.
Honestly, we've started calling the zoo the Zoodashians.
Yeah,
because there's always drama. So
yeah.
I've got a little Shih Tzu puppy. I say he's a puppy. I always call him a puppy, but he's 11 on the 17th of May. Our Elvis is 11.
Aw.
It's cute. So I'm going to a little hearty hat, a little birthday cake with the 11 candles. Cannot wait. So he's going to be 11. So I've got a dog called Elvis. I've got 3 cats called Poppy, Pixie, and River Song. And both of my girl cats, which is River Song and Pixie, both got out and both got pregnant. So it was literally my birthday weekend. Literally, my cat River Song, which is my cat, she had her babies. And we've got 1 cat. Unfortunately, 3 of the cats did pass away. So, but there's still 1 going very strong.
So sorry,
Little
was
grey
that
cat.
River Song's
They're River Song's
kittens
kittens.
passed away?
Yeah, 3 of
Which is
them
very
passed
sad,
away.
Yeah.
And we've still got 1 who's fighting strong, and he's the one that I want to keep. He's a little grey kitten, and obviously I want to call him Sherlock.
Of course.
My mum's having none. She wants to call it Pickle.
Pickle. Why do I love both, but like
But we
why
love
do
Sherlock.
yeah, Sherlock's like the best one, I
The
think.
better name, yeah.
I feel like maybe a different kitten might be
Yeah,
more
my mum's
suited to
only letting
Pickle.
me keep 1, even though, you know, when I'm like with cats, like I'm obsessed with cats.
I feel like, how many have you got in total?
Well, I've got 3 now.
No,
But
I mean animals.
Oh, 4.
4.
4, yeah.
What's another one? You mean
Exactly.
5.
Yeah.
You're already feeding 4
Well, that's
mouths.
it.
Come on.
So that's it, because we're keeping 1, so I'm keeping Sherlock.
Well then, yeah.
But then
so
our Pixies had
6
about
then.
4 or 5 as well. So, you know, there's a bit of drama that's going on with the cats.
There is. I mean, keeping up with the
Yeah,
Zoodashians, it
that's
needs to
it.
be its own reality
It
TV show
does,
at this
because
point.
I mean, our Poppy, he's the boy cat. We call him Poppy because
Poppy's the boy cat.
Yeah, because we call him Poppy because we thought when we got Poppy, we got told he was a girl. So
Well, gender is a construct.
Well, this is it. So when he got a bit older, we realised he wasn't, but he was already answering to Poppy. So we didn't want to confuse him. So his name's Poppy, and there's nothing wrong with that. Little Pop, I call him.
I don't know whether this is a quick little throwback to another podcast that I did with Louisa.
Yeah.
You haven't met Louisa, have you?
No.
We need to change that.
Okay.
Well, I actually have spoke with Louisa and we've said that we want to go see Deadpool and we want to go with you. So are you down for that?
Oh, Emilie, it's Deadpool.
Yeah, so like we're all that'll probably be your first intro to each other. You two will get on like a house on fire.
Yeah.
But in our podcast that me and her did, excuse me, sorry, I'm drinking a fizzy drink, so I burped. She brought up a story from when I was in the library.
Yeah.
About someone called Poppy. And you know I'm dyslexic, aren't I? So I had to type their name because I was filling out, this little girl wanted a library card.
Yeah.
So I was filling out all the details for that. And I wrote the name Poppy, but I didn't spell it right.
How did you spell it?
Poopy.
Oh, Emilie.
Yeah.
Oh, bless you.
So throw back to that on there. And if you want to go listen to that podcast, you can do. It's embarrassing stories from when I worked in the library. And
I feel like we need to do an embarrassing stories.
Oh yeah, we've got plenty. We've got so many. We've got the antihistamine story.
Oh,
we're hyping that up and you guys aren't ready for it. Like that's going to be its own podcast, I think.
Yeah.
It's too long. We can't do it right now.
That was like literally last Comic Con. We were in like this hotel.
Shall we tell it now then?
Okay, so last Comic Con, right, we were in this hotel. We wasn't in this exact same room, but we were in this hotel and we went for food and we just got back and we were watching Loki, wasn't we? Emilie brought her laptop down and we watched the latest episode of Loki. And then I was getting a bit like, oh, I don't feel well, wasn't I?
Like, so kind of like a cold coming on.
Yeah, kind of cold, you know. I was like, oh my God, here we go. So I always take antihistamines.
Now, can you just explain why?
Because it's just my go-to.
Why?
Because it is like.
But why?
I literally just like. If I feel a bit off, I'll just take an antihistamine.
But
for allergies and that.
But why?
It's not true. I've not got a why. I just always have, or you know.
If you're not well though, from something that isn't caused from an allergy. Antihistamine is going to do absolutely nothing.
Yeah, but we learned that last time.
Yes, when that was new information.
Literally sat and laughed at me.
We laughed for like what felt like 40 minutes straight.
Yeah, because we were like, it was like 12:30 and we were like, we've got another busy day tomorrow, we'll go to bed.
Yeah.
And that's when I said, oh, Emilie, I'm just going to take an antihistamine.
You said, I'm not feeling too well. I'm going to take an antihistamine. And then I let you do it. And then I was like, why? And you went, because I'm feeling a bit run down. And I was like, from allergies, like, or like, have you got a skin rash? Like,
I was just like, no.
And you went, no, I just feel like I'm getting a cold.
Yeah.
I was like, why did you take an antihistamine?
Yeah.
For a cold?
It's just because I thought it was hay fever, didn't I?
Well, you just kept saying you feel like run down, you're not feeling well. And then you proceeded to tell me that when you're not feeling well in work or if someone else isn't feeling well, you've previously recommended that as a cure-all.
Yeah, we all do, yeah. I don't see there's anything wrong.
It doesn't help with that.
It's all right.
It doesn't help with that at all.
It will, because it's nearly someone else, though.
But, oh my God.
It's fine. It's fine.
Antihistamines are for an allergic reaction. A mild allergic reaction to things like pollen, bites, like insect bites, rashes.
Do you know what?
That sort of thing.
Literally, do you know what, guys? If you only take antihistamines if you've got allergy problems, like don't be an Abbie.
Don't just pop an antihistamine when you feel the need to.
Honestly, don't be like Abbie. We need to put that on a t-shirt. Don't be like Abbie. Honestly.
Another t-shirt, antihistamines are life.
Yeah. Antihistamines 4, the letter number 4, and then life.
Life.
Yeah. Pop an antihistamine if in doubt.
Yeah, pop an antihistamine.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then in brackets, don't.
Yeah. In brackets,
But
small
honestly,
letters,
you know what
only if you have allergies.
yeah, you know what the weirdest thing was though?
Oh.
Shortly after, like I said, you shouldn't be taking them like that, and you were saying even like for a headache, you would take one,
Yeah.
which like that's insane.
Yeah.
That is crazy. That is not. I don't know where you've got that from.
I don't know. I just take them. Yeah. I don't know.
Did anyone in your life tell you this is
No.
what you should take?
No.
I just
It's
don't know where
fine.
you've got that information
I
from.
don't know. It's fine. I don't
Is
hate them
it?
now.
The funny thing was though, when you stopped taking them and I said don't, you suddenly got really unwell.
Like that.
You got like really sick, and then I panicked, like, oh my god, did I do that
Honestly.
by recommending don't take them?
Guys, I got really sick. Like, I
You
mean,
did?
like, really, like, where
was
I was in
worrying.
bed. I was in bed
Yeah.
for like about 4 days because I was like that ill, and I was like, Emilie, this is your
And you were
fault.
probably thinking, pop an antihistamine.
Honestly, because I didn't though, because I didn't buy anymore, and I was just like, Emilie, this is your fault. This is all your fault, Emilie, because
I feel like
you
it
know,
must have been like a withdrawal or something
oh my
from
god,
them.
yeah, I got addicted. Imagine getting addicted to antihistamines.
I think you have.
Honestly, I think I did, guys.
Can you tell me and be honest right now? Be fully honest.
Is this like a therapy session now?
I need you to be fully honest with me and the listeners.
Okay.
Do you have antihistamines with you today?
I actually don't.
Thankfully.
Yeah. Because there's actually a Jeremy
Thankfully.
Kyle set at Comic Con tomorrow, and we can redo this. Jesus, Emily, that was like a therapy session.
Oh my god, your mind. It's amazing.
I know.
It's amazing. It's
I know.
a beauty to witness. It
It
really
is.
is. It is.
You're so glad you met me just for the wonders of my mind.
Honestly, just for the antihistamine story.
Yeah.
But we were up all night laughing at that.
Yeah, that's what I said. Like, it was like 12:30. We were like, we've got a busy day tomorrow. Come on,
we were like, we need to be up at like
like
6:30,
6,
7.
Yeah.
Like we need to go to sleep, and then we were just delirious laughing
It was
about
like
antihistamines.
literally about 3 o'clock. We were still up laughing. Like, and then we were up at 6, and the first thing Emilie said to me when I woke up was, Abbie, and I went, well, she had antihistamines.
We started laughing again.
Oh god, that was so funny.
Yeah, they're not a cure-all, just so
No,
that you
they're
know.
not. They're not, guys. Just be
No.
very careful and don't be like Abbie.
I mean, I don't know what it would do if you just take them when you don't need to, but I suppose you're the experiment for that.
Yeah, nothing happened until I stopped.
So,
and
like,
then I became ill.
Do you reckon there was like a placebo effect of like, let's say you've got a headache, you take an antihistamine,
Yeah.
and then it goes, so then you're like, that worked.
Yeah, like it was all in my mind. Probably.
I think that's
Yeah.
Because to be fair, you could have been dehydrated, took an antihistamine, drinking water, and then that solved it. Do you know what I mean?
It probably was, you know.
I think it's just you thinking yourself to feeling better,
Excuse me.
rather than the antihistamine doing the work, because they literally can't do anything other than because they are antihistamine. Histamine's released in the body as part of a reaction to an allergy in a foreign body.
I'm just taking them left, right, and centre.
A bug like might bite you, and then that redness and swelling, that's not from the bug. That's from your body. That's the histamine and the itchiness that you feel. That's the histamine.
Yeah.
So then you take antihistamine to get rid of that sensation.
Yeah, I just didn't.
So I honestly have no idea what it's been doing all this time.
Probably
but
not.
But it was so weird that you got ill.
I was very ill.
When you stopped taking them.
Like that literally on
It was like a withdrawal sort of.
I was literally on death's door. Like the end was nigh, wasn't it?
Yeah, I got worried. I was like,
yeah,
have I killed Abbie?
Yeah, honestly, it was nearly the end of the line, wasn't it?
It felt like it.
I know.
And you were like, where's my antihistamine?
I know, yeah.
I need to pop them all.
Honestly. Literally, I think I haven't had literally any since, except summer because I do suffer with hay fever, so we're taking them now.
Yeah, take them for hay fever. Yeah. But you've got to make sure you're taking them for that, and not because you don't feel well or because you got a headache. Yeah. Or because you're feeling a bit run down. Pop an antihistamine. Exactly. And you know the way you said it, it was like you were talking about like, I don't know, like it was so funny. You just went, oh, I'm feeling a little bit run down. Just gonna pop an antihistamine. You're excited about it. You couldn't wait. You were so excited. You're like, just gonna pop an antihistamine.
Literally was not. I just said it so
No,
normal,
like,
guys. I
just gonna
did.
pop an antihistamine. It was like it was this new like trendy thing. Like, just gonna pop an antihistamine.
Like,
Like,
oh my
you
God,
want
guys.
one? Like,
Like, you need to try this out.
like, have you tried antihistamines before? They're amazing. They cure everything.
Like a proper commercial. Just
Gonna
me with
pop
that
an
antihistamine like that.
If we ever make merch, that's gonna be one of them.
Yeah.
Pop an antihistamine, and then in brackets,
Only if you've got allergies.
only if prescribed.
Yeah. Or a little just one with
Yeah.
antihistamines for life, or just pop antihistamine.
Yeah,
Yeah, we need to do that.
just pop an antihistamine.
Can we talk about Watcher? I might just popped in my head.
Popped into your head. Like,
Yeah,
like the antihistamines.
exactly.
Right, yes. So
I've been like wanting to talk to you about this, obviously, because with everything's going on, we actually haven't seen each other. This is,
no,
so-
we've both been, before we get into this, I
Yeah.
just want to say we've both been quite busy. You with your health and,
Yeah.
and the zoo with the zoo dashings
That's
and all
it.
that. And then like I've been busy as well, so we haven't been able to meet up properly.
Like, and do like go over like
Yeah.
podcasts and what we've wanted to
And
talk
actually
to
catch
podcast.
up. This is like our first catch
Yeah.
up really. And I've been on this new shift thing with work,
Mhm.
which has been crazy, and that's been different hours. So I couldn't really meet up in the evening. I've been doing more weekends lately.
Mhm.
It's been insane because normally I work for Reach, which owns almost all of like the newspapers in the
Yeah.
UK, including Liverpool Echo, Manchester Evening News, even goes like Cornwall Live and like Devon and Essex and My London, all different places.
Yeah.
So I work on all of them. Like throughout the day, we'll do multiple videos for different ones. Because I'm a video journalist, not a written journalist. And I was working on Manchester only for one shift. So like the whole week I was doing Manchester,
Yeah.
which like I'm not used to doing that. I
Yeah.
used to do similar work when I was with the Echo,
Yeah.
but now I've moved to the central team, and I've become a senior journalist. They wanted to trial out this new type of shift where we focus more on like hard news and TikTok style videos
Yeah.
specifically for Manchester. And it includes a lot more like voiceover work and all that, which I'm all for. I mean,
Yeah.
I've got my own podcast, I've got mics,
Yeah.
I can do it.
Yeah.
If we didn't have mics, we can apply to like get some.
Mhm.
But I already had some.
Yeah.
And they all know about my podcast. So I
Well-
can't be like, I don't have mics.
Yeah.
Buy me some. Like I couldn't because like I already had them. So if only we'd have started the podcast later, I could have got free mics.
Oh no.
I know, missed out there. But anyway, so yeah, that's been insane doing that because during my first ever day on this new shift, guess what happened?
What?
Found a man's torso in Manchester.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh.
just a man's torso.
Jeez.
Yeah. Now, there was a development later
Yeah.
as well. Not only was there a man's torso,
Yeah.
there was also his buttock and thigh. Now,
Where did you find this?
This was in Castledale.
No, but
in
where about?
Manchester.
Like in a river or washed
It was
up, or-
a nature park, like a nature reserve
Says
sort
it
of
all.
thing. Says it all.
No, because
Now-
that's where a majority of
Oh, yeah.
where people go to dump bodies is like national
It was
forests, it's like
like-
parks and things.
And it was like a bit of a abandoned area.
Yeah.
Like no one really goes there that much.
That's
like
it.
I wouldn't say abandoned, to be fair. More just like
A place where
wasn't
people wouldn't choose to go
yeah,
into
it-
that
it wasn't
whereabouts in
the
the
most
park.
popular area
Yeah,
in that section. So obviously I'm from Liverpool and I was expecting a lot of backlash for my accent, doing like
Yeah.
a voiceover being like, a man's torso was found in Castledale on the 4th of April. I think it was the 4th. And like I was expecting loads of backlash because when I was at the Echo, all I got was backlash
yeah,
for
you
my
did
accent.
like yeah,
Plastic scouser,
Yeah.
yellow wall, blah blah blah. So I was expecting that. Not one person commented about my accent.
oh, that's nice.
I was
though.
like, you know what? I think my accent is so like it's broad. It's not dead Scouse.
no, it's not.
I'm definitely from the northwest,
Yeah,
but I feel like if you gave my accent to like an American and said, "Where's she from?"
they wouldn't pinpoint Liverpool.
they'd be like, maybe northwest,
Yeah,
but it's not definite scouse.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So I feel like maybe they couldn't quite tell if I was maybe like a soft Mancunian accent or not.
Imagine.
Like, I mean,
Yeah.
is it? Isn't it? I don't know.
No, you just you.
I would say, we've been over this before, but I
Yeah.
think a very soft Scouse accent.
You have, yeah.
But
I'll just say that.
because it's so soft, can it then also pass
Yeah.
the Mancunian or for around that area? Maybe if I'm a little bit outside of Manchester, you
Yeah.
might be thinking, oh, she's close to Manchester.
Yeah.
Not one person commented on the accent.
See, that's nice though,
It
isn't
was,
it?
and I was like, and then there's me. But when I was at the Echo,
Yeah.
getting berated
Exactly.
for not
Bullied, yeah.
for not talking like this every day,
Talking
lad.
like this.
Hey, lads.
Oh,
Hey,
I
live
know.
on the Echo.
Oh, no, honestly, I hate it.
Chicken.
No, honestly, there's nothing worse than like you talk the way you do.
Proper thick
Yeah.
Scouse
Oh,
accent.
honestly,
Proper thick.
there's nothing worse than when someone puts the Scouse
I
accent
can't
on.
even do it properly.
You know,
I try and
like,
it doesn't even work. Chicken.
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 Chicken. Chicken. Chicken. Hate that though. Like,
This is how I say it. Ready?
Yeah.
Chicken.
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 That's how I say it.
Yeah. There's one thing I hate that, like, if you ever meet anyone outside Liverpool, that's the first thing.
Yeah,
like people
say chicken.
say chicken, and you're just like,
Chicken.
I like to say it like the most poshest way I can.
Chicken.
Just for like,
May I please have some chicken?
Exactly. Otherwise, I'll
Yeah.
just say it normal, like chicken.
Normally when I do voiceover work, if it's not like specific to a region, if I need to do one for like Cornwall or somewhere, I will try and I'll be like, today in Cornwall, blah blah blah. I will talk a little bit more like this, like try and make it a bit more understandable to people who aren't from the Northwest.
Yeah, exactly.
Whereas if I'm in Liverpool, I would just talk like this.
Yeah, just normal.
I would just normal talking like. But you want to try and make it more enunciated for elsewhere, like especially like my London or somewhere when I do voiceover for them. Like I don't want to go Cockney, obviously, because I can't do that.
No.
But I also don't want to be soft Scouse, Northwest. So I try to like, I don't know. Today in London, the weather has been quite cloudy. Something like that. Where it's a little bit posh, even.
Yeah. See,
but it sounds natural.
I've just got no posh at all.
Now, sometimes I have to suppress the poshness.
You do. Well, yeah.
And you know what? I don't even live in a posh area.
You do.
So
no, never thanks.
Like, thanks, Abby.
Yeah.
No, I actually don't though.
But I mean, obviously I've been to your house. You just live in like a normal area.
I live in an area where we think that they're posh, but they're not.
They're not, yeah.
They're not. But they act like it. They think like it, but they're not. They're not.
Yeah. Well, I think like what you can take away from that little segment is I'm not posh, but Emilie is. Well,
I wouldn't say full-blown posh.
No, you're not full-blown posh at all. But you're kind of
posh Scouser.
Yeah, posh Scouser. You are a posh Scouser.
The most bizarre thing is, like, I live in Liverpool.
Yeah.
Well, slightly outside. Slightly. Like, I mean, it's not the city centre, but it's Liverpool.
Yeah.
It's Merseyside.
It's still of Liverpool, yeah.
We went over the bin thing on the first episode.
Yeah, we did. We
go back and look at that.
To the point, yeah.
I wouldn't say I'm proper Liverpool, like Liverpudlian Scouser, but I'm close enough.
Yeah, you are.
I identify as a Scouser, but I just don't have the accent to prove it. So yeah, that was interesting on that shift. Like literally no one cared about the accent. It wasn't too identifiable as Liverpool. So they just accepted it and moved on. Whereas Liverpool has such an identity tied to their accent. So it was like, she's not a Scouser. Who's this Plazzy Scouser? Who's this Wool? And it's like, oh my God, just let me do the voiceover, please. Just listen to the words. People have been murdered.
Yeah.
Like, but getting back to that torso, that was an interesting case to work on. When I say case, I sound like a detective. No, it was a story.
He's going to Sherlock Holmes tomorrow.
Well, who knows? But yeah, that was really interesting to put that together in like a video format. I had a question, but I felt embarrassed to ask it, so I didn't ask it.
You to the people or to me? The
Not,
people
not
we
to
were?
you, no.
Okay.
I'm going to ask, though, in a minute.
Okay.
I wanted to ask, like, because I was liaising with the editor
Yeah.
of, we call it the MEN, Manchester Evening News.
Yeah.
And, yeah, I was liaising with them, like, asking, what articles can I use to make
Yeah.
this, blah, blah, blah. And, like, give them the script and they read it and make sure everything's A-okay and legal. We get it legaled so that it's all fine. Anything said by the police is protected by qualified privilege. So
Yeah.
we can use that. I know that because I'm a senior journalist and I
Mhm.
passed my exams. So like we're just making sure, especially with it being so fresh and all that, that we can use all this stuff. And then I didn't obviously ask this, but I was so tempted to. So his torso was found,
Mhm.
his buttocks was found,
Mhm.
and his thigh was found.
Yeah.
Were they all connected?
Oh, to the same person.
Like, no, I mean physically. Like, is it torso, bum, thigh, or torso,
Oh,
bum,
was it? Yeah.
thigh? Are these
Yeah.
spread out?
To
Are
be
these?
fair, that's a question what I would have just wanted to ask. I'd
Well,
have been like,
I
listen,
was
what's
like,
going on?
not everyone is a true crime junkie the way we are,
Yeah, that's true.
and I didn't
That's
want to
true.
sound
Like
like
a bit like,
psycho.
yeah,
So
a
I
little
was
bit
like,
insensitive.
that's a
and
question to keep in here
Yeah.
and on the podcast. Don't ask that out loud to people, Emily.
No.
But yeah, me and my mum had a discussion about that. And she was like, I assumed it was all together. And I was like,
I
but I
assumed that
it
it was
was
separate. When you
I
told
assumed it was
me,
separate.
I assumed that like they'd find one over here, one over there, one over there.
I was
sort of
thinking
thing.
they found like, oh, that's his torso, and then someone over there is like, I found a
Yeah.
bomb. Like,
Exactly.
oh, we got a thigh over here.
Yeah, that's what I thought when you said. That's what I thought in my head.
That was my assumption.
Yeah.
Well, I tried my best to do my own detective work.
Yeah, I couldn't find
Couldn't
anything.
get a clear answer.
Oh, we need to go full protective.
Yeah.
The both of us.
Although the guy has been identified, I've forgotten his name now.
Oh.
But you can go look at that on the MEN and everything else. Like, he has been identified, white male. No one knows what the motivation was. No one knows what the cause of death was. But yeah, that was found
It's
in Kirstledale.
Oh.
Crazy, and
Maybe
it's
you
really
could do
interesting.
that, find more about the case and do it as a true crime pod.
It'd have to be a while though after
Yeah.
everything's done. 2 people, I believe, have been arrested.
Oh, have
I
they?
think from the
Oh.
last that I've seen. So we'll see what comes of that eventually. Yeah, it's been crazy actually working on a real true crime case.
Yeah.
Because you know me, I'm obsessed with true crime. And this was my first day.
To
I
be
was
fair-
like, oh my God, I am just like in the deep of it. Like, this is
To be
amazing.
fair, it is cool.
Yeah.
It's madness and it's upsetting, but it's kind of
Oh,
like, oh
yeah.
my gosh, wow.
It was a heavy day. I
Yeah.
needed a lot of coffee to get through. And I'm not a coffee drinker really.
Yeah.
But I was like,
You now understand why
I need
news people actually drink coffee.
yeah. Like, it was crazy. But I actually did quite enjoy it. And then the next day I was working on a video about a new sperm bank that was opening in Manchester that handed out free VR headsets.
Just
So,
what you want,
you know, quite a different day there, really.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
literally just what you want.
So anyway, that was what I've been up to and all that, and
Yeah.
why we haven't been able to meet up all that much. But what we've been really wanting to talk about,
Yeah.
and what we think the listeners will enjoy, is the drama that has been going on
Okay.
with Watcher.
Like me and Emily, shout out to Watcher if you watch
we
them on
love them.
YouTube.
Puppet
We love
History,
them.
Mystery Files,
Yeah,
Ghost
those
Files.
Yeah, we love them. But
They're amazing.
Worth It as well.
Oh, I'm Worth
Is
It.
that with Stephen? Is it called
Yes,
Worth
Stephen.
It?
But they're doing a new show, but we don't know
Yeah,
what it's going to be
don't know
called.
what it's going to be called. But there was like a load of drama, wasn't there? Because they're opening now their own streaming platform.
Mhm.
And there was a lot of things about saying about like they're not going to be streaming on YouTube, but you've got to sign up to
Which
this.
I've got to say, I don't think that's the move.
No, I said to.
I don't think that's the
I
move.
said, yeah, because I said like this is going to make or break them.
Yeah.
Didn't I? And they had a lot of backlash, and or things like that. And
I mean, the main
Um,
reason why they said they wanted to create their own streaming platform
yeah,
was 2 reasons. Have full creative control
Yeah.
away from advertisers
and I get that.
who were wanting to, like, if someone sponsors something,
Yeah,
then they usually have some control over what might be mentioned
yeah,
in there. And if it's maybe, let's say they did like an episode, Mystery Files, but it has rape allegations throughout it,
mhm,
well, the sponsor might be like, well, we don't want our brand associated with that.
then they'd have to change the whole
And then
thing.
they might have to change that entire episode. So there's stuff like that that could be going on behind the scenes.
Yeah.
And they've hinted that something like that, there was lack of control and
Yeah,
they didn't quite like
I
that.
feel like it was just a case that he wasn't going to be able to completely win because, especially with people nowadays, like from getting their content for free to being like, you've got to pay for it.
hmm
People were saying this on Twitter, and even like I can see the point, a lot of people were saying, well, what about the people that can't afford a TV
Yeah,
for subscription?
and it's a good point.
The world we're living in now, people are sort of,
They're struggling.
like
It's cost of
trying
living.
to scrape
Yeah.
money to put the heating on.
Yeah.
Buy a loaf of bread. It's getting that way. It's getting worse.
Yeah.
And I feel like it was just a move where they just went, we're switching everything off on YouTube, sign up
Yeah.
to our thing. And when they done their update, I thought, you know what, good for them. I said they've literally sat down and they've listened to the
Yes.
criticism, and then they've literally sat there and they've come up with a solution to make it good for everyone. Okay, you've now got to wait, I think it was a month then.
Yeah, well, they
Yeah.
ended up saying, like, another reason why they wanted to do the streaming
Yeah.
platform was because of money. They wanted to get rid of advertisers and make
Yeah.
money using the fandom, have it be community funded by the fandom, which understandable.
Yeah.
But
You already
not
did
everyone's.
Patreon as well, didn't
Yeah,
you?
that's what Patreon is for.
Yeah, that's right,
what
yeah.
that is for. They're using the streaming platform the way that you would use Patreon.
Yeah.
And I just don't see why they're not just doing the same on Patreon. I
Yeah.
don't get that. Maybe there's another reason. Maybe Patreon takes a cut. I don't know.
So if they got rid of the Patreon now and just going to the platform,
From what I can see, it looks that way.
okay.
I think they're keeping the Watch a Weekly podcast on there,
Yeah.
and that's an exclusive to their Patreon.
Yeah.
But the streaming platform, they ended up saying, like, with that, because they listened to the fans and all that, and they did say, like, the reasons why they were doing it was the advertisers, and they wanted control, and they wanted to be able to make their own money in a
Yeah.
more reliable way through fans, which, again, understandable.
Yeah.
And I can see it from their point of view as well.
Yeah.
I can see
Definitely.
that they want a more stable, reliable income.
Yeah.
I don't believe that they're dead rich and they're living it up.
No, I don't.
I don't think so. They're a very small company.
I feel like they're comfortable out. Like,
Yeah.
if they were, obviously
don't
they live in
think
America.
they're
If they were,
scraping by.
yeah. If they live in America, I feel like if they were ill, they'd be able to pay the medical bills.
I think so.
That's,
They might have to tighten their belt a bit afterwards.
Yeah, but they had the money there to do that. But they're not like mega rich.
No, I don't think so. Because if they were,
Yeah.
like, there'd be a lot of different things, in place, like, and they'd be releasing content constantly.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But it costs money to produce all of the stuff and all that. I mean,
because they've got staff as well. They've got to pay.
But even just doing a Ghost Files episode, you've got to pay for the location most of the time.
Yeah.
You've got to pay to
You've
get
got to
there.
hire it out, haven't you?
Yeah,
Sort of
you've got to
thing.
pay to get there.
Yeah.
You got to maybe rent some of the equipment if they don't already have it as well. Got to pay the members of staff. Like, there's a lot going on there.
There is.
There's a lot.
There is.
So I can understand it.
Yeah.
But
I can understand they were looking at trying to make a bit more so they can make a bit better stuff. But I just feel like the first announcement was the wrong way to go about it.
It was.
But
they did very quickly backtrack.
They did.
And they were able to
because
bring things around.
Yeah. because they didn't say anything really, did they, afterwards for about two? But
No.
then we realised that when they done the update, it was because they were trying to figure out how to make it for everyone.
Yes, so
And I appreciate that, to be honest.
they ended up saying, from what I've gathered from it, is that everything that they make will go on the watcher streamer, which I still think is a bad idea. Don't do that. You're not going to be the new Netflix. You're wasting money. You're wasting money. Just use the Patreon. You're already been using it. Use the Patreon. But anyway, that's my opinion. Everything is going to come out early on watcher streaming platform, and you're going to be able to pay for that. I believe is it $5.99 or $6.99, something like that.
Well, can I just interrupt? Sorry,
yeah, go on.
You can't watch it on the actual telly. You said it's sort of
I had a look
or something.
because I was thinking, how can I watch this?
Remember you telling me this,
How do I watch this on my smart TV? Because I am fully prepared to subscribe and support them, because I'm obsessed with their content and I'm in a place where I can afford it right now. Not everyone can, but I live with my parents at the moment. I'm doing okay. Like, I want to pay for that.
Yeah.
I pay for a load of other streaming platforms that I don't agree with the prices on, but hey, you know,
it's got what you want to watch
the content, isn't it?
Yeah.
In this day and age. So I was like, yeah, I'll do it. And it makes me happy to know that I'm supporting, small creators.
Yeah, that's it.
And they make incredible content. So it's worth it, in my opinion. Worth it.
Worth it.
It's worth it. Yeah. So I was prepared to do that, and I was looking into it. I was like, but hang on. I know I will want to watch this in bed, cozy, with all my snacks, like what we've got now, our little snacks.
Well, because that's what we literally do, isn't it? Like I'll watch like in bed at my house. Emilie will watch it in her house, and then like we'll be like, we'll send each other like a photo, like the snacks.
Like, look at my snacks.
Yeah, snacks. Then the telly, get ready to watch it. You know what? Ready to watch Ghost Files or Mystery Files, and you just can't do that with the new streaming platform.
I had a look. How do I get this on my smart TV?
Yeah.
Well, right now you can't.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like it's not compatible with smart TVs. And I was like, but that's the stupidest thing. Like,
exactly.
Because most people have smart TVs. Maybe that's going to change.
Yeah.
But right now it's not compatible. So I have no way to watch it on my TV. I could probably watch it on my living room TV that has Chromecast.
Yeah.
Because I can get it on my phone and then cast it to the TV.
Yeah.
But I don't want to watch it downstairs. I want to watch it in bed.
Yeah. Cozy.
So I'm going to have to watch it on my laptop, which isn't the end of the world.
No, it's not.
But I prefer a TV to a
Yeah,
laptop.
I like to watch it in the TV.
It's too close to you.
Yeah.
You know, when you watch it, it's too close.
Exactly.
So, yeah, I was disappointed with that. But one thing that I really don't agree with is all of the heat that Stephen has been getting.
Yeah, do you know what? I get he's the CEO of the company.
He is not to blame, though.
No, but I get what I'm saying. I get he's the CEO of the company. I get that.
Yeah.
But Shane and Ryan were sat on that couch as well.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of that setup, it felt very reminiscent of the Try Guys
with Eugene.
Yes.
Yeah.
Stephen Lim was channeling Eugene.
Even the pose, like with the leg across the
and
neck.
The straight back.
Yeah, he was there. But you know what? Yeah, definitely.
And I was thinking, are they doing that?
As like a little joke, you know?
Are they taking off on them? Like, are they doing like a little nod to that whole
scenario
drama that happened?
Yeah.
Like, are they making fun of the situation because maybe they don't think it's that big of a deal of what people are making out? I don't know, but I thought that did make me laugh. I was like, oh my God, has there been a scandal at Watcher? Because I just seen the thumbnail, I pulled it down and went, oh, there's been a scandal at Watcher. Someone's been cheating or something. Like, and then I clicked on it,
and then it was
and they were like, "We messed up."
I love that. I love how it's said. Obviously, like they took it serious. They took the whole matter,
but it was so serious. That
it was so serious that like it was so much like, we messed up, guys. This is what we're gonna do, and
it was like they'd murdered someone.
Honestly, it was like,
you don't need to be that serious. It's okay.
Honestly, I loved it.
But yeah, they did backtrack and
they did.
They had
and you know what?
It's going to be on that platform like a month or so earlier. then released on YouTube
a month
eventually.
later, a month or two later, wasn't
Yeah.
it?
And I agree with that, but I often see why they're not using Patreon
Yeah,
instead. Get rid of that.
yeah. I mean, I
So,
applaud them now,
yeah.
like for them to actually sort of just
Yeah.
backtrack and be
Continue.
like, yeah, do you know what I mean?
I'm
I
just
couldn't
gonna.
like.
Sorry,
I-
I have to press this,
Okay.
otherwise it's gonna stop recording. But you keep going.
Okay, I liked how they literally just like went and said, "Listen, guys, we've messed up. This is how we're going to change it. This is what
Yeah.
we've looked into, and this is what we're going to do." So it pleases everyone, and everyone can still watch our content who can't afford it. That's what it was. My brain fogged then. I couldn't get my words out. That's why I was like, but yeah, that's what I meant to say. Got there in the end of that one. That brain fog then. But yeah, like I really enjoy watching. Really enjoy watching, and I'm glad that they cleared up the mess.
Exceptional
content. They do.
They've just had a
What's your
UK
favourite?
tour, haven't they?
Yeah, the Glasgow and
yeah.
London, wasn't it? Yeah, are they coming to Manchester?
I don't know, but whether they come to Manchester or Liverpool or somewhere in the northwest, we're going.
Yes,
we're going.
Definitely. Meet Shane and Ryan.
You know, I have actually.
We need to do a meet and greet.
I've emailed them and I said,
do a meet and greet.
No, I've emailed them. And I've told them
to do Liverpool
about Liverpool, and because there's all kinds of haunted places and
there
supernatural
is.
stuff. I mean, we've got supernatural ley lines. We've got the Williamson tunnels.
The time slips.
Yeah, time slips. We've got the Adelphi Hotel, that's haunted.
Yeah, which we said we want to do a ghost hunting.
Yeah, we want to, but I'm also too scared. I don't know. We'll have to try.
So yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, definitely.
But I just don't know how to go about filming. Because, you can't film people.
Yeah.
But can you film, secretly around?
Yeah, you're sure.
I don't know.
I
don't know what the rules
went
are.
into the Adelphi Hotel once, right?
Oh.
And there was just a fella asleep in the lobby on the couch. And I was just like, okay, this isn't the place for me.
Oh,
I went for it was like a job thing.
Job fair?
No.
Oh.
Do you know when I was working agencies and working bars and everything with them?
Oh, like a promoting thing.
Yeah, so it was just to join anyway, and they had the
recruiting.
Recruiting people in there. So I went in there and I was like, yeah, this isn't the place for me. This isn't up my street. So I literally was like, yeah, this is what I've done. This is where I've worked.
Yeah.
And it was just like a weight lifted off my shoulders when I left there. And so I was just like,
I remember my mum told me that she took me in there. She had a cup of tea. I had some juice, and I was playing. My mum said it is very grand in the lobby. It looks incredible. Apparently, everything else is crap, but that lobby is apparently sensational. And she said she was looking around and enjoying it, and then finished a cup of tea, and then we went. That was it. She said it was a lovely day.
Oh, that's nice.
So apparently, it can still be really nice. But from what I've heard about the rooms and all that, it's notoriously bad, isn't it?
The Cecil Hotel, basically.
It's Liverpool's Cecil Hotel.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like we've got to try and do something about it.
Yeah.
And see whether we can get in there and explore or something.
We'll maybe email them and ask and just say, listen,
I feel like they'd be like, no. Because they wouldn't want to have any negative publicity.
To be fair, we've not talked great about them here, have we? Don't listen to the Cosy Corner Adelphi Hotel. Until you've let us do what we want to do, then do it.
I mean, where we're staying, we haven't actually said, but it's on the Albert Dock.
Yeah.
And it is gorgeous. It's lovely, perfect location.
Yeah.
It's a basic hotel, but it's decent.
That's it. We stay here every Comic Con, don't we?
Holiday Inn Express.
We make a little staycation. Staycation, yeah. Don't we every Comic Con?
Yeah, I mean, it's good. It's fantastic location. You can't get any better.
No.
Beds are always decent.
It's basically look the views looking over the Albert Dock, so you're looking over where the boats are, and then
depends what side you book.
Yeah, but the one we've got here, see the
Albert Dock
building.
Side you pay a little bit more for, but I think it's worth it.
It is. It is lovely.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Well, I think that we have kind of caught up with everything that we wanted to chat about on this little catch-up episode of Cosy Corner Podcast.
Yeah.
I feel
it's been nice.
Yeah, we've got
nice little welcome back episode.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, we have truly missed you. I started going insane talking
You
to
did.
myself for hours on end.
And I'm like, Abby, hurry up and get better.
Like I literally was. I was questioning my sanity. I
Yeah.
think the other day I talked about what we do in the shadows for an hour straight.
I do
And
that
that's
on
concerning because there was no one else. It was just me and a microphone. And I didn't stop talking. That's worrying. Like, and then the one before that was Dead Hot, which you need to watch. It's amazing. It's amazing. They film on the Albert Dock actually. And somehow they get a boat to go to Ireland from the Albert Dock, which I don't think is possible.
Oh, but
But
they're
it's
doing
in that story world, it's possible. I feel like there'd be some kind of border control issue there.
Yeah.
Like you just get off like at a random point in Ireland. You know,
that's weird. That.
yeah. I do question that, but for the story's sake, I let it go. But yeah, I talked, I think, for about an hour and a half by myself in the Cosy Corner, no one else around, and I'm just like talking about like the mise en scène and the juxtaposition and the beauty of these cinematography and just
yeah,
in my own little world. And my mum actually, she thought I'd finished recording, and she came halfway down, and then she said, when I'd finished recording, I could hear you talking to yourself still. So I turned around and I went back up.
Oh, bless her.
I was like, thanks, Mum.
Oh no, at least I'm back to doing podcasts with you now.
Yeah, it feels good.
Yeah,
it feels good.
It does.
So yeah, hopefully we'll get into a regular rhythm again soon.
Yeah.
I've got some upcoming episodes though with some people. Got a friend of mine who I used to work with called Alice. She's going to be on the podcast soon, and we're going to be talking all things Eurovision because we both
Alice
covered.
Cool.
She is. We both covered Eurovision last year in Liverpool. So
when you seen the Venga Boys?
Yes, when I was on stage with the Venga Boys. That's a story for that episode. But we're gonna be we're gonna be talking all things Eurovision and all the crazy stories that we've got, because there are some crazy ones, especially of who can and can't sing in Eurovision.
I can't wait for that episode.
I got to witness that because I was at the rehearsals.
At live.
I was like, oh no, they definitely can't sing.
I really liked Austria.
Yes, Edgar Allan Poe, 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 Poe.
I love that, you know.
That was so good.
They should have won that year. That's the best song.
I reckon Alessandra should have. You know, she
the Kings and Queens
running so fast.
I like it.
Nothing in the world.
I like that.
Just woman power, feminism,
and
female rage. Yes, but people do think that it was a bit of like a fix.
Yeah.
And I'll go into that on the episode, so stick around for that. But we've also got some more episodes from our weekend here coming out soon.
Yeah.
So tomorrow we're going to be filming all around Comic Con.
Yeah.
We're going to be doing a live as well, which will have already happened when this airs.
Yeah.
And we're hopefully going to be doing another episode around the Albert Dock, a bit of a wander around, you know, talk about some of the history and all that. And
some of like the restaurants we've been to as well.
Yeah, we'll talk all about that. So that'll be a little vlogcast that you guys can check out. So yeah, this has been great having you back on. I've not felt as crazy.
Yeah. Felt like your left arm's back now.
Yes. Yeah. Got the antihistamines back.
Yeah. The antihistamines back. Allergies have disappeared.
Oh God.
Yes.
Well, thank you so much for listening, everyone. We really hope that you enjoyed it. Make sure to rate us on Spotify and on any of the podcast apps that you listen to, and subscribe as well, because that helps us. And make sure to follow us on all socials, which we've linked in the show notes as well. And we'll see you next time.
Yeah, and stay cozy.
I've really missed saying that with someone else.
Oh, that can be a blooper.
Yeah.
Honestly, can we start doing outtakes?
Oh God.